out this window and doesn't look like America.
Welcome to the box.
Get out.
That's what the U.S. Army calls it. Medina Wasl, 143 miles from Los Angeles, is a dead ringer for a village in Iraq.
It's exposing them to the blood, to the booms, to the foreign language speaking role players. They're learning how to identify the enemy, you know, in the middle of crowds of civilians.
Hey, Judy, get that guy! Right there! Get him!
But the blood, the bullets, the bombs, only props. Where this guy runs the explosives.
He's setting a pyrotechnic charge for one of the blasts that we would bring on a unit.
And an army of 2,000 actors play the battle wounded.
Go!
In a fake war, in a fake town.
And over there you'll see the Iraqi civilians are already pre-positioned.
Every soldier knows only the stakes are real.
This would replicate a unit's worst day in Iraq or Afghanistan, so that if they encounter anything even close in combat, they've already kind of experienced it.
Some look scared, others barely old enough to drive, but they're running tanks, shooting machine guns, and pulling their buddies from a Humvee days before they are to be deployed to Iraq. In this simulated Iraqi town, the feeling is that anything can happen at any time, and it does. Just behind me, a car bomb went off, and an American soldier in a Humvee is now taking aim at snipers from the buildings above.
I play the traumatic brain injury, the head trauma.
John Wing is an actor from San Diego.
And their job is to really manipulate me and get my weapon out of my hands, because I can be considered a danger to not only the civilians, but the soldiers as well.
James Sullivan, a double amputee.
Well, I've had several soldiers come back from Iraq that have seeked me out after the training that we've given them, especially in the Marine Corps, and said that just because of the training that we've taught them, they were able to save a friend of theirs' life, a buddy of theirs that had the same type of accident from an IED, lost both legs, and they saved his life. So that hits home. That really does. So if you just save one, that hits home.
Heather Lewis lost her leg to cancer as a kid.
I'm helping out society.
Now, she's an actress for the Army.
We've actually had it to where people have come back and said, thank you so much because you've helped me out there.
You feel good. You know, at least you're helping our boys that are giving everything they've got, their lives for us.
Here in Medina Wasl, tourists look on as the actors get ready for what's about to be a car bomb explosion.
It's really, it's teaching them, you know, in a traumatic situation to take care of their fellow soldier.
When there isn't violence, this town even has a call to prayer. It sounds every hour on the hour over an intercom. Every man in the village walks to the mosque. Overwhelming in its sounds, its smells, its isolation, Medina Wasl, maybe the best classroom the U.S. Army has ever had.
If the soldiers in the unit coming through here do the right things, then they're kind of rewarded by the way the crowd acts or does not act towards them.
And Stacy joins me now on this extremely windy night out here in the Mojave Desert. And Stacy, if I'm not mistaken, civilians, tourists, can actually come here and witness what goes on.
Yeah, can you believe that people would bear this wind to come out? They actually pay $48 per head, and you have to book this months in advance, Paul.